Welcome back to the Unredactable Podcast. I'm Ryan, and I'm here with Dakota and Dakota.
Yo, yo.
North and South, if you will.
No.
And, no?
No.
I disagree.
Okay. South
Superior
and South, since they're
and-
both
no.
from Alabama.
He's from Florida. He's from bumfuck retard town.
Whoa. Hang on.
Wow!
Hang on a second.
Starting off strong.
You cannot say that whenever
What?
this state as a whole exists.
Counterpoint. We're not Mississippi.
Okay,
That's
but like,
fair.
man, I lived in like pretty suburban, like, it wasn't.
Okay. I get it. You're a cis white male then.
Florida's an interesting state because it really is, like, you've got, like, Miami, and then you've got, like, the Keys, and then you've got, like, the Everglades, and then you've got, like, the north of Florida, which is more like any other southern state.
Yeah.
So it's like a weird mismatch of all of the weird shit in the world.
Somebody said that when it comes to Florida, the further south you go, the more north you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
the only place that makes sense.
That's pretty accurate.
I don't remember where I heard that from, but it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Alright, so what we're going to be talking about today is going to be the Raëlians and Raelism, which Dakota knows about this because we've talked about it before. Ryan, what do you know about the Raëlians?
Nothing. I'm coming into this one blind.
Oh, well, fuck. Nothing I can go off then.
Luckily, I could definitely use like a refresher.
Yeah? Alright, well, firstly, Raëlians, Raelism, or Raelianism, is a religion, quote unquote. It's technically a religion, I suppose, where their entire idea is they worship what they call the Elohim, which is just aliens. It's just fucking aliens. They say that the Elohim created all of life on planet Earth, which
So
I
they're
believe
just
it.
like mismashing like lots of religions. with
see, that's the thing,
aliens.
is they take other religions and other gods and shit, and they say that all of the gods that have been worshipped were not gods at all, and they were actually just the Elohim.
So they're just like
All the gods are just
aliens.
aliens.
I believe it.
Fucking Yahweh,
Interesting.
he was just a gray dude. Thor, that motherfucker's just a tall white. I don't actually know if
Interesting.
they believe in the 12 races or whatever the fuck they say it is. They just call them all the Elohim. Yeah, it was founded
Okay.
by a French racing journalist, like car racing. The French NASCAR.
Huh.
He, I'm gonna fucking butcher this name, but it's Claude Raelian?
Listen, all that matters is that you're trying your best.
Dude,
Exactly.
it's a weird spelling. He's got I's and L's and H's all next to each other. And I don't...
That's probably like
that's probably actually
Bouillon
right.
cube.
Yeah. He founded the religion in 1974. I couldn't find like a month or a date or any of that. So it's just 1974. And when he founded it, he says that one of the Elohim came to him and told him all of this shit where the aliens created Earth, and they gave him a new name, which is Rael, which is where Raëlian comes from. This one dude's new fake name.
Interesting.
You might also know of another religion where the leader created the whole thing and said aliens told him this is what's up. and he had a new name for himself and everything. Uh,
Didn't he like kill
hopefully,
himself or some shit? Didn't like they all like kill
no, this isn't
themselves?
Scientology?
Scientology. Ex- I'm bringing up Heaven's Gate.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Those
they
guys. Yeah. Okay.
pretty much have the
Drank the
same
Kool-Aid.
beliefs. The
Interesting.
only difference, really, is that Heaven's Gate was like, the world's gonna fucking blow up and we gotta get out of here. Raëlians don't really think that. Like,
Oh, that's kind of cool. So they're a little bit more chill.
That's
kinda,
very
yeah.
nice of them.
It, I, you know, I prefer my religion not to tell me the world is gonna end and I need to drink the special juice. That's just on me. I could be wrong. You
Um,
might like juice.
I
I don't
do
like that
enjoy
juice.
apple juice. I like apple juice a lot.
Apple juice is delicious.
Okay.
Orange juice, good. On the very rare occasion, a grapefruit juice,
Huh, interesting.
but not juice laced with
Yeah,
poison.
that's not cool. Is when my juice is deadly. Now here's
As total side note, I used to work for a comedy club, and one of the comedians partied with L. Ron Hubbard of Scientology fame
oh
in
really?
the 70s, and said that he even knew that it was total bullshit. He was just doing it for the pussy and the money. And I think that's really funny.
Uh, before I
What
get
a
us back on track real quick,
what a gentleman.
since you brought up L. Ron Hubbard, go ahead.
Huh? I said what a gentleman.
Oh yeah, but since you brought up Scientology, did you know? In the Netherlands, I believe they refused to acknowledge that Scientology is a religion, and they just call it a fucking uh, like a multi-level marketing cult.
It's
Oh,
a
nice.
pyramid
Well,
scheme.
that's good. At least somebody's smart.
Uh,
You,
yeah, yeah,
you
it pretty
telling
much
me
is.
the wealthy elite just want to become richer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that you can't see through it when you can literally buy
I
your
simply
next
just
level
won't
of
believe you.
religion.
All right, go ahead. Don't believe me. Go spend uh $5,000 to cure yourself of sins. You know, there was a dude in the past who saw a religion making people pay to absolve them of sins, and he said that shit's not cool. And he made a list and stapled it to doors and shit.
What a nice guy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, pretty cool. It's called
Martin Luther, dude.
uh, oh, yeah, I know. I was gonna say, God damn it, Lutheran. The Lutherans are the people, but it's not
Yeah, it is.
Lutheranism, is it?
Yeah,
Is it? Okay.
pretty sure. I Anyway,
Yeah.
yes.
Back
Back
to
to the Elohim.
Raëlians.
It wasn't just any aliens that created life. It said that these specific aliens were scientists from some other fucking planet. We'll say Planet X, just to give it a little more pizzazz, but it never
Nibiru?
actually says where.
Ooh. Planet X.
Yeah,
we
it never
call it-
actually says where the aliens come from.
Can we call the planet Chrysanthemum?
Is it the Citadel of Rix?
I don't
Planet
like either of you
Chrysanthemum?
people. No, it's neither of those things, and I refuse to accept that it could be either of those things. Anyway, these scientists were so advanced in their science that they could create life. Imagine that. Aliens that could create life created us. But their
Okay.
home planet was like, hey guys, maybe you shouldn't create life, because, the whole playing God thing. Isn't that cool? So they fucking gave him the boot and kicked him off the planet,
Damn.
which is
Damn.
fucking harsh in my opinion.
Listen, you know what
Yeah. That's
we
a
call
little
those
whack.
people? Science
buzzkills.
deniers.
Science, yeah, that's what it is.
Science deniers.
So they went on a long quest, searching through all of space to find a planet that could sustain life, because they weren't gonna stop. they figured out how to make a bacteria, and they're like, nah, we going multicellular with this shit. And then they found our little fucking planet. Little Earth. Little baby Earth. No life or anything.
Perfect little biosphere for life.
When they found it, it was only water and clouds. There was no land on Earth at all. It was an ocean planet, like Kepler 22b. I don't actually know if that's the water planet. Like, I don't know if that's Waterworld or not. I think it is. Irrelevant.
Oh, you're talking about the movie.
No.
Oh, well,
No.
you said Waterworld. I thought you meant like the movie.
Yeah, I know
Waterworld.
that's a movie,
Yeah,
but
not-
I think
not
there's
I know there's a
some
planet out
Kepler
there.
planet that's actually just a water world.
I don't think that's right.
Yes, Kepler 22b is
Boom.
theoretically an ocean world.
Did you
It's
just Google
on
that,
its side.
or are you? Okay,
Ah.
I'm
I
a genius.
double checked. I thought you were
Isn't
right,
there
I'm a
but I wanted
genius.
to make sure.
Isn't there
Because I
one
did
that
the same
like,
thing you did. I was like, that
isn't there one
sounds
that, like,
right, but
orbits Jupiter or some shit?
What? Oh,
Does-
one of
yeah,
Jupiter's
does-
moons?
Yeah.
I don't remember which one it is.
not this one. But I think one of Jupiter's moons is. similar
One of
to
Jupiter's moons is an ice planet that we could terraform to be a water planet.
that. Yeah,
I don't remember which one it is.
Europa.
I want to say it's Europa. but I
That
can't
no, Europa's the
No, it's
volcano one,
Europa.
isn't it?
Primarily made of silicate rock and has a water ice crust and probably an iron nickel core.
Then I'm fucking wrong.
Could you imagine if we lived orbiting?
But you were right about Kepler 22b.
Could I imagine if we lived what?
Just orbiting Jupiter? That'd be sick, nasty.
It would probably suck.
Jupiter has huge gravity wells. It would be hard to get off.
Yeah.
Get
Well,
out of
listen,
there.
I'm talking theoretically thousands of years in the future, or maybe within decades whenever we harvest these UAP technologies, because I know we're just going to start EMPing the fuck out of these things.
Yeah, probably.
That'd be interesting. Do you think we could ever turn a gas giant?
I
into-
don't think
Probably
we
not a
could do
gas
something
giant.
like that, just because a gas giant is just a fucking baby star that never got big enough. But
Right. Yeah.
we
never
could fuck
ignited
with their
basically.
moons and shit. We could fuck with, like, any other rocky planet.
Yeah, Jupiter's got a lot of moons to fuck
Uh,
with.
Fucking Jupiter has 63, Saturn has 48.
Have you guys seen those
There's-
pictures? Like the last pictures of Saturn before the satellite just
I did
plunged
when it
itself
was
into the
inside of the fucking
atmosphere.
rings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was cool as shit.
those pictures
yeah,
were
it's
awesome.
freaking dope.
Alright,
Oh, but yeah. Back to-
Dakota. I
Hello.
completely understand why you were getting annoyed with us getting off track, because holy fuck.
It happens. Hey, I just want to put it out there. I did sign up to become a Raelian.
Yeah.
I did.
Did
do
you
that.
ever? Did it go through?
Huh? Yeah. I had somebody contact me.
How'd that go?
And they
What was
immediately
that process
asked
like?
if I had read any of Rael's books.
Had you?
Of course
I
not.
assume.
I'm not gonna give him any money.
Damn. Can't believe you would just fucking shit on my man Rael like that.
Well, listen, I've received a couple emails asking about like me if I have read any of the books. But they're just like representatives from like Miami or some shit.
Huh.
They seem like nice people.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, as we'll get to later,
Seem like they just want your
as we'll
money.
get to later, they're like feminists and shit. So, you know, left wing liberals, this is your Christianity. It'll work. So when they found Earth, only water, right? Fucking water world. You know what they did to get land? They drilled a hole and just let the water drain out
Oh my god. Into the hollow earth.
Where?
into the hollow Earth.
That makes
Okay.
sense.
That'll
makes sense.
come up
Think
in a
about
later
it.
episode.
Bro, the aquifers, like Florida
Talk
has
to them
tons of
more.
Yeah.
aquifers.
Yeah, that's what it is. They just drilled a hole and let it drain out. I assume what it actually is where if you've ever seen like a puddle, you can take a stick and push down the mud and pack it down, and then when you pull the stick out, the water fills in that hole you just made, lowering the water level. And that's what it was.
Yeah. Pretty simple
Uh,
concept.
Anyway, they drained out water until land appeared. This was Pangea. The problem I have with this is how the fuck does that make sense with the whole plate tectonics thing?
Huh? Well,
Well, yeah,
hang on.
that's
Was
certainly
it said
something to
specifically
think
that
about.
they just like they were like, "Hey, let's just drill one singular big ass fucking hole real quick and drain the water?" Or did they like maybe they had like super advanced machines that like carved out tunnels and shit to like spread it throughout all the planet?
No.
You know what I'm saying?
It just says they drilled a hole.
A hole.
They just popped the plug like in a
Yeah.
bathtub,
Damn.
man.
I don't
They
know.
just fucking plugged it up after they were done.
Maybe it's magic.
You know what? Fuck it. Could be.
I mean, all significant technology is indistinguishable from magic. So
Anyway. So, back to the Pangea thing. The Elohim told now Rael that humans were close to their technology and they have mistaken the aliens for gods in the past. That's where the whole all previous gods are the Elohim thing comes from. These aliens, I don't think I ever fucking told you. They were like little grays, but they were green. Like they're the little green
Ah,
men.
so you could
interesting.
say they are little greens,
Yeah, they were little greens. Little
like
green mins.
Martians.
Martians, aren't they gray?
Well, Martian Manhunter is green.
yeah, it depends on who you're asking, but sometimes
Okay.
Martians have been green.
Well, anyway, he was like 4 feet tall. He had a black hair and a beard, which is the first time we've ever heard of an alien having a beard, as far as I'm aware. Like most
Uh-huh.
That's
alien stories I hear of, they're like completely bald, like just smooth skin, or wrinkly skin, or scaly skin if they're reptilians.
I imagine
But
that shit feels like a dolphin.
what?
Oh, yeah, I could see that.
Did you guys
Like
know?
kind of if it's dry, then it's kind of textured, but if it's in
Yeah.
water, it's smooth. Something
Did
like
you
that.
guys know that orcas are dolphins and not actually whales? There you go.
Yes.
Um,
I
Did
did
you
know
know that
That is a good lesson, though.
orcas are super cool?
There, is that it?
Was that it?
I thought you were gonna tell us something that's cool.
Yeah, I
That's
thought
it.
there was more to it than just orcas are super cool. I
That's
agree
it.
with you. Orcas are
Have
super
you guys ever
cool.
seen
I
Happy
just
Feet?
thought there was more to it than that.
Yes.
You remember the scene
I
towards the
haven't.
end of Happy Feet where he's having a kerfuffle with the killer whale, the orca, and he's getting
No.
tossed around.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. I remember that now.
What's his name? Lovelace. Just getting choked out. He's into that kinky shit.
I don't remember.
Is that what
Yes.
happened in
Oh,
Happy
it was
Feet?
the tiny old man with the thing around his neck.
Lovelace. Yeah, he had
Right?
the chain. Yeah, it was just wrapped around his neck. I
No.
don't remember why.
No, the dude with the chain was the fucking big burly surfer,
Bro,
bro.
I'm telling you, it was Lovelace, the man that was preaching to all the birds that they need to, like, fuck or whatever.
Huh?
I swear.
Okay.
All I know is it makes me really happy that Happy Feet was written and directed by George Miller, who wrote and directed the Mad Max movies.
Very interesting.
All right. But yeah.
Yeah. Also, Babe, the movie about the pig.
Okay.
Charlotte's Web.
He didn't do that one, I'm sure. Right? Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that was a different one.
Now, here's the really fucking cool part. There are 4 official Raelian holidays. What they are, I don't fucking remember.
Okay.
Uh,
If they're different than regular federal holidays, can we petition to make them
So
regular
we can get them
federal
off?
holidays so we have them off? Get paid for them?
Maybe not. I don't know. We could hit them up. I'll call up Uncle Joe. Be like, hey, buddy, can we have the first Sunday of April, August 6th, October 7th, and December 13th as holidays? And he'll be like, yeah.
That sounds
I mean,
perfect.
sure, why not? But anyway,
Yeah,
those
that
4
sounds amazing
days.
to me.
not only are they official holidays, they are the only days that Raëlians can be baptized.
How does their
Oh.
baptism work? Is it like the same thing as, like, are they just dunked in water and huzzah, you're wet and holy?
Yeah, yes, yeah,
There was some hesitation
yeah.
and
I had
questioning
to
there.
remember what I was because in my notes I just wrote baptism, same, and I didn't know if I was making a joke like same, bro, I'm baptized, or if I was saying it's the same. But yeah, they dunk water on their heads.
Got it.
Oh, like an ice bucket challenge.
No, not like the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. It's pretty much just a fucking
So they don't support
uh
ALS research, is what you're saying. Raëlians are against
no,
scientific
because
research into
the
curing ALS.
Raëlians, I'll get to this later, they claim to have successfully cloned a human being.
I believe it.
Through
Cloning.
what
They don't
means?
they just cloning. They don't tell you. They also refuse to show this girl that they say they successfully cloned.
You know, it's classified.
Yeah. They're like, nah, it's not.
As someone who's been to a cloning facility, I would like to say this is probably
Hang on,
legit,
are you just
but
gonna nonchalantly say that
Dude,
you've been to a cloning
you get used to it.
facility? What
You
are
get
they
I've
used to
been
it.
to a cloning facility? In 2008, I taught English in China for a semester, and as is wont to do,
you know
when
Chinese?
dealing with China, the government decided. I know very little Chinese, unfortunately. I learned just enough to, ask where the bathroom was and say
Ryan,
thank
your
you.
life
Ni
is a
hao,
fucking movie,
fellow
dude.
Chinese.
Which the whole point was to help them practice their English and not the other way around, unfortunately. But we did have some Chinese students who also were teaching us Russian because like where we were in China was basically like the border of Russia and China, and then there were a lot of Koreans because the other border was North Korea, and so basically like all of these students were super fucking smart because they were learning. They knew Chinese. Some of them knew two different Chinese dialects depending on where they were originally from. So they knew Mandarin and like whatever village dialect they grew up with, and then they were learning like Japanese, English, and Russian, and some of them knew Korean also. And it's like, whoa, I struggle with like English most of the time.
Ryan, your life is a fucking movie, dude. Every
But,
time
I've done
I
some
talk
cool
to you,
shit, dude.
Hang on.
we're hanging.
Where was the clone? Where's the cloning? What? You didn't?
Oh, so the cloning facility in China. So we went to teach students, and the university was like, "You're also going to teach these professors because we want you to." So we ended up teaching this class for foreign experts who were professors who were experts in their field, and they needed to know better English to better be positioned in the international stage since they were experts in their fields. And one of them, two of them, one of them was a person who cloned animals, and one of them was a person who cloned plants. And so because they were in our class, they got to take us to their facility. So it was really funny because it was this like decrepit, like almost looked like it was falling down, like Soviet era 80s, 70s, 80s building, brick building. But then inside it was like a fucking clean room with all the state of the art cloning equipment. And so unfortunately they didn't have any cows that they had cloned there at the time, but they did clone them there, and then they shipped them off to a different facility to raise them. So we got to see the cloned embryos, but not any full-grown cloned cows. But we did get to see they were doing ginseng, because apparently if you like to get the maximum potency out of it, it has to grow like 50 years in the wild, but they can do it in like 3 weeks in the lab if they clone them. So pretty cool stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what.
So like they had like.
So yeah, so
they
I've
had, like,
been
a bunch
to
of, like,
a
test
cloning
tubes
facility.
and like those
Yeah, so the
those things you
ginseng
can
stuff
like put
was all
spit
in
in,
like
and then like it spins it around really quickly, and it like extracts the DNA.
That's a centrifuge.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
definitely had some centrifuges there.
It's pretty neat.
Lots of
Why is that the
refrigerators, 'cause you have
part
to
that
keep
amazes you?
embryos cold.
Oh, they have a centrifuge.
Centrifuges are cool. They're probably not that expensive. You could probably just buy one and have it spin around in your room if you wanted.
Why the fuck would I do that?
I don't know, because it looks cool.
I want to get a Newton's cradle.
I don't know what that is.
That'd be pretty sweet.
You know, the balls that click and clack. The little metal
Oh,
balls.
the fucking the tink 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 tink, where they swing back and forth and the momentum is carried through multiple balls.
Yes, sir, ski.
I didn't know what that was called.
Exactly.
I just called them clackers, even though that's a completely different thing.
Newton's cradle.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Newton's cradle.
Anyway, this baptism, you may have noticed that they really like the whole cloning thing. Which, thank you, Ryan, for fucking giving us a whole life story there. Because it
That's really
actually
interesting.
was very informative about cloning and shit. Because there has been successful incidents of, animal cloning and plant cloning especially. But their baptism is done by members of the clergy known as guides, which is just our priests or our preachers, but for Raëlians. But they call it something a little different. It's the same thing as baptism. They take their water and they do the fucking shit, but they call it transmission of the cellular plan. Which, when I was first doing my research,
Interesting.
I was like, why the fuck are they talking about some Verizon wireless shit? No, they believe that when they're baptized, it transmits their DNA up to the fucking Elohim, so that they can be recloned after the Elohim take over the world. Which, that
So
that's a
they-
thing that they have.
Okay.
So they do kinda believe that, they're kind of a doomsday religion. But it's not so much as like, oh, the Elohim are coming to fucking kill everybody, except for those who have been, have sent their DNA up. Uh, their whole idea is that the Elohim are just coming to hang out. They're here to fucking chill. They got kicked out of their home planet.
Okay.
They want a new planet.
So what's taking them?
I don't know.
They need
They're
to terraform.
probably just bored, waiting on more people. I guess. I don't know.
They need to terraform it. Listen,
7 billion
yo,
people
I just watched this
aren't enough?
movie yesterday called The Arrival.
Almost 8.
It's got Charlie Sheen in it. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Really
from
good
the
movie.
90s.
and the aliens come and they start terraforming the planet by just plunging it into like severe global warming.
You mean like what we're dealing with right
That's
now?
right.
That
I
is
forgot.
exactly where I'm getting.
Oh my gosh.
So the Elohim are the ones who are in charge of global warming because they want to make the planet more like their home planet.
I don't possibly. Their whole I don't know how that would work because the Raëlians are fucking routine, like they actively advocate for climate change control and helping to fucking reverse what's happening. So if the Elohim's plan
Interesting.
is for that to happen, I don't know why they would be like,
Yeah, and that
Don't
kind of puts
do
a hole in
that.
everything.
but
To be fair, though, I was just talking about a movie.
hey man, movies can be documentaries. You don't know.
Facts. Like Journey to the Center of the Earth.
That's not a documentary.
It is absolutely a
Exactly.
documentary.
And they find the mole people, which we'll talk about.
We
in a
better.
I'm
bit.
excited. I am super excited to hear about the mole people.
Look,
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I know I was fucking shitting on you and saying it's dumb. But maybe those green kids were mole people. I don't know.
Maybe.
What color are mole people?
I
That
would expect them
sounds
to be like
very
brown or something.
racist.
It's not racist if we say they're white. So
But the mole people weren't, or the green kids were green.
well, yeah.
So were the green kids
That's true. I
reptilians?
guess that's fair.
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't sound like it from what you were saying. It
Kids
sounds
that
like they
came
were
out of
just
a
like-
fucking hole.
They were
small
absolutely
Like mole people.
reptiles.
Yeah.
They were not human. At least they were not our humans, current time humans, current space humans. They definitely fell through a glitch in the matrix.
Exactly.
Prove me wrong.
Maybe. I don't know.
Prove me wrong.
So
Can't.
like I said, they
It is
are
entirely
very
possible.
progressive with their whole ideology and everything, as far as like uh, their political stances, if you were. GMOs, they're fine with, because the whole science thing. They say war is not good. Feminism, that is good. Sex, all the time. All the
Right. Well, the
time. With
Raëlians
everybody.
are pretty progressive. All the
Which
time. With
you'll
everyone.
notice is very common with
Got it.
cults. I mean, I'm not saying this is a cult, but
Not
it
saying it's a
there
cult,
it
but
certainly checks a lot of boxes. Is all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say.
Name 85 of them.
Name 85 boxes.
Correct.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know.
85
I don't know
cults.
85. It only checks 84.
Shit. Get
I
fucked.
don't know.
Ah, so close.
Listen,
I can't name an 85.
I just want to
It's like
point out,
Diet Coke.
I'm on the Raelian
Cult
website.
light.
Yeah,
They have a manga. They do.
Among Us.
It is not a true.
Do they?
It is not a
Ooh.
true manga or manga, whichever you would want to
Sounds
pronounce
sus.
it, because one, you're reading it left to right and not right to left. First of all,
Doesn't come from Japan.
so I don't know why it's called. It's literally just a comic book without
Ah,
the color.
I see.
interesting. I
Oh,
didn't
that's
see
kinda
that. So, that must be a new edition. Now, when I said they advocate for sex, I do mean they advocate for sex all the time, with everybody, all the time. They don't
Hell
give a
yeah.
shit where you're at. If you horny and they horny, y'all fucking.
They're just all for consenting sex between adults.
Which, is
Can't blame 'em.
good. That's good.
Interesting.
I don't care.
Yeah,
The
that's
problem
fine.
is that they
It's not
legitimately
the worst
do
thing in the world.
mean fucking everywhere. At all times.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's a little weird.
Just everywhere.
There is some controversy with it, as you could imagine, because sex all the fucking time. Many more conservative people would be like, that's perverse. I see anytime a religion, quotations, say is endorsing sexual liberation, it's immediately a red flag for me, purely because a lot of cults will focus hard on love bombing, which, just to break it down,
Yeah.
essentially is just them smothering you with love and acceptance and all of this other shit.
You make it make it sound like that's a bad thing.
The reason
It is when it's not.
gonna start a cult,
Like,
and
it is when
just
it's
hate
used to
everybody.
manipulate.
You can just love whoever you want, man. Just don't be an asshole. That's it.
Sounds like
Look,
something Skelly would
my
start.
thing is this: love bombing. All it's done is to show that it's to try to cut you off from the outside. Okay?
Uh-huh. I get that. Like you don't need other people. You only need
Yeah,
us.
it's to isolate
Yeah,
and
there you
manipulate.
go.
See,
There
I
you go.
wouldn't
Once
do
they
that.
Get you.
All right,
I
then
would just be
you,
like,
us.
if you
then
wanna,
I wouldn't
once-
classify you as a cult.
if you wanna fuck around with other people that are doing their own thing, that's fine. Just don't be an
Another
asshole.
another one of their practices is they they are big on the smart boys, which,
Scientists,
yeah, scientists.
science
They
apologists.
created life, not Scientology. They believe in what
Science apologists.
Rael refers to as geniocracy, which means only smart people should exist. Which I'm a smart guy, conventionally. Like, I'm very book smart, but I
I like to
still
think-
feel like that's not a good idea.
I like to think I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah. My problem with it is this: my girlfriend is dumb, 99% of the time, I would rather her not be deaded because the aliens say only smart is
God
good.
damn it.
Listen, they are just science apologists, which, by the way, you can now get as merchandise as a hat. For anybody that wants it, simply just email me at unredactablepod@gmail.com. $40.
Holy shit. That's a
Real cool
fucking
looking
expensive.
hat.
My hat wasn't $40. My hat
Well,
was
you're
200 bucks.
you're paying for the hat. You're paying for the hat.
Nah, my hat was $200 cuz my hat's pure
Exactly.
leather. That shit's fucking dude, that hat smells so fucking good.
That is
Oh,
It does look like a nice hat.
that is a nice hat.
anyway, y'all
It's a
can
nice hat.
see that hat if you hit up my Twitter. As long as we're dropping shit, follow me, bitches.
Link in the description.
Yeah, link's gonna be in the description for everybody. So, like I said, that whole thing, not okay. I get it. Smarter people tend to be better at things. My
But
own,
it takes
It's
all
just
kinds
it's
to
just
make the
their
world
version
I
of,
know, I know.
eugenics.
I just
And your
I just need
girlfriend's
to bully her.
amazing.
It is eugenics, and eugenics is
Yeah, it's definitely their version.
it kind of carries a bad name, you know. Just saying, not always. The greatest idea to have one of your primary things you base your religion around be eugenics might make people not like you.
Yeah, sounds a little too
Yeah,
close to some
it's
other
almost like
movements that didn't turn out
you
so
know,
well.
those guys from Germany. So
Yeah, it sounds
Hang
that's
on.
a bit
another
fascist
thing
in the
that's
end.
not
You know
cool
what? You know
about
what
Raëlians.
I'm hang on. I'm putting the pieces together. First I think I need to leave the Raelians.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
hear
it's
me
You
not
out.
the
might
best
want to
idea.
reconsider
Hear me out.
your joining of the Raëlians.
So the Raelians are the reason that the earth is hollow, right? And they
It
believe
never
in,
says the Earth is hollow.
well, they
Could be.
they did
It just
that's what
says they
Don't
drained
pull
we
it.
the
talked
plug.
about it earlier, how they had, they drilled the
Well,
hole.
they had to drain the water somewhere.
Yeah, but it never says it's hollow.
Listen, that would totally lead into the hollow earth. All I'm saying is they caused the hollow earth. The Nazis are in the hollow earth because they both be supporting the same people. That's how they had the information in the first
Oh,
place.
Oh,
That's how
you're
they knew
right.
about it. And the
there you
Raelians are
go.
Nazis. Somebody
The
needs to call Captain
Nazis
America
were Raëlians,
You know what?
and
right?
and somebody needs to
Get
call
that guy into the
Godzilla.
Hollow Earth to take out the rest of those.
What are we
Nazis.
calling Godzilla for? Oh, because of the Hollow Earth thing. Yes,
Oh, he's chilling in the Hollow Earth.
yes.
Haven't you watched the new
I
Godzilla
remember.
movies? Yeah, because he's
I
in
was
the Hollow
confused
Earth.
for a moment, but we're good. So, going back to on track. Other than, the whole kill dumb people thing, pretty progressive, they're fine with gays. They're fine with people of various ethnicities and races and everything. They just don't like dumb people.
Honestly,
So,
I can respect that.
I if that's the only thing that they're doing, whatever. I work with a bunch of dumbos.
I can respect not liking
I
dumb
get it.
people, but the whole like taking them out, cause you need some kind of entertainment, and if everybody's smart, then like how can you classify somebody as smart? What does that mean?
You're right. How are you gonna say, "Oh, this guy's smart" when you don't have any dumb people to
That is
compare
also
him
true.
to?
When everybody's super,
No one is. Haha. That's
Exactly.
one of my favorite movies. Only
Which-
because of the
Exactly.
villain.
which totally
Like-
goes into mole people, the
How?
Underminer.
The Undermine. Oh, at the very end?
Yeah,
He wasn't a mole man, he just had a drill.
he was the Underminer.
Yeah, at the very end.
All right, it doesn't matter. we don't need to talk about it.
They
Undermine.
practice a set of exercises called sensual meditation. It's just 6 fucking forms of spiritual yoga. All to appreciate and understand your body,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
the human body. You fucking fill and expand your lungs. You focus on like a tether between you and the earth and shit. I don't know. Yeah, it's just
Okay. So, yeah, it sounds like most forms of that sort
just
of
your
thing.
normal
You ground
fucking
yourself, and you have
meditation
you're
shit.
I
Like
get
there's
you.
nothing really crazy about their meditation thing.
Yeah.
Uh the biggest fucking weird thing is the whole cloning thing, because now we can get into that where they claim that they have cloned some girl. Uh yeah, they said
Yeah. What
that
do they say about that?
an
'Cause that's
American
what I'm
woman,
interested in.
who was it? Let me find the name. I don't have the name of the woman in my notes, so I don't think they ever released that information.
Monica
Prob
Lewinsky.
It's not Monica Lewinsky, but if they cloned Monica Lewinsky, dude, could you
That'd be
imagine
pretty
sending
based if
two
they cloned
Monicas
Monica
at
Lewinsky.
Hillary Clinton? She wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah. Monica Lewinsky is actually pretty badass for
Uh,
what she went through, and to just come
anyway,
out of it with a sense of humor. Just FYI. To be railroaded by the most powerful man in the world,
I do
and then to
respect
be able
that,
to just be like,
especially
haha, that
because
happened. I'm
she'll
living my
come
life.
in
That's pretty cool.
and every now and then she'll play it to her advantage, and somebody will say some shit, and she'll be like, yeah, but I blew the president, so fuck you. And I'm like, you know what? She's spitting.
Yeah, it's really pretty great.
So, Raelian Bishop, and
Yeah,
uh,
yeah, respect.
he's the CEO. No, not he. My bad. She is the CEO of a cloning company called Clonaid. Uh, kinda. Here, I'll throw it in Discord
Like
so you can
Kool-Aid,
see
but
how it's spelled.
Clonaid? Okay.
No, I actually spelled that wrong. There's no A. It's just it's
Clonaid.
that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's just a human cloning thing.
Okay,
It's
Clonaid.
Canadian based. Uh, the CEO,
Huh.
Bridget Boiselier, is this fucking dude. She's just a Raelian. And you might be like, huh, I see where that could connect there. Because Raelians see cloning as the first step to like immortality and eternal life and shit. Because they think that they can. So cloning, it doesn't copy memories and personalities and shit, right? Because it's just biology. It doesn't take into account any previous
Right.
like experiences you've had in your life.
Correct.
So like, does it start out as like a
Yeah, it's an
fetus?
embryo, and you just grow it like a normal fucking human
So
grows.
like, so it'll grow normally like a baby, and so like by the time I'm
Right.
40, my kid will be like 18, and it'll look like me when
Yeah,
I was 18.
yeah,
Damn,
fucking wild, right?
that's crazy.
Yes.
Uh, but I don't. We've never managed to make a human clone, because humans. Not that we've ever gotten actual
Not that
evidence for it.
anybody has, not that anybody's,
I would
Uh,
simply put my
said,
now
brain into
yeah,
my new
not that,
body.
that's
right,
what
not
I'm
there's
getting to.
any real evidence
Raelians
for.
take reproductive human cloning, which is just growing from an embryo, and also saying there's mind or brain transfer. So that's a thing that could happen,
Does that
maybe.
mean like literally they just swap the brains, or
I don't.
is it like one of those
It's
machines
literally
with like the wires
like
and like
just a fucking.
some Frankenstein shit?
We don't know. They don't fucking tell us.
Yeah, it's one of
Yeah,
those like, this
they
is what we
don't
do,
fucking
and then
tell
you're like, how
anybody.
do you do it? And they're like, this is
But
what we do.
back to how you said they could, like you'd be 40 and your kid would, or your clone would be 18. Not true, because the first stage is just making a human embryo, right? That's
Uh-huh.
how you make any other clone is by making that embryo, right, Ryan? Yeah. Now here's the cool,
Yeah,
epic
100%.
part. The second stage is they make the clone grow faster.
Right, which is what they
So
do
they
with the
be feeding it
plants,
that
like
Tyson chicken.
said about the
Yeah, they
50
be
years
feeding
in
it
the
that
wild
Tyson
versus
chicken.
4 weeks in a lab.
I think that
uh,
might only
let
be a relevant joke for you and me.
let me also clarify that the opinions stated on this podcast are not representative of any companies associated with Tyson. For legal purposes,
Yeah,
yes,
we do
I
not
love
represent
the
Tyson
chicken. I will eat the
at
fuck
all.
out of the chicken.
But if they want to
Do not
sponsor
get
us,
me
I've got a
wrong.
bunch of their grilled
If
chicken
as long
in
as we're
my
talking
freezer
about
right now.
sponsors, Adam and Eve, I've been making this joke for like 6 years about how you guys sponsor me. I sent them an email. They haven't gotten back to me
Have
yet.
we have they gotten back
I
to
want
you
that
yet?
Raid Shadow Legends, that Raycon.
Okay, yet.
We could. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe one day. Uh,
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I've got Raid Shadow
fucking
Legends downloaded
disgusting.
on my computer for somebody that I helped out.
Can't
But yeah,
believe
go
it.
on.
So it's just the only thing they fucking tell us about how they get humans to grow faster. Because Ryan, how fast can they grow an animal clone?
Usually it's in like weeks.
Okay.
Months.
Uh,
A lot
well,
faster,
they
but
say for
it's not,
humans,
too crazy.
they use nanotech. That's what they say. Yeah, that's what they say they
That's
use.
interesting. That's definitely not.
So they use nanotech
Yeah, that's definitely not
to
something they
assemble the
do in
entire
real
human
life.
body in, quote, a very short time. What this means, I don't fucking know. They
I
don't
think it
tell
means
us.
they do it in a very short time, using
No shit.
nanotechnology.
But what does that short
Listen,
time is what I'm
you
saying.
simply take their word for it, because why would they lie?
You know what? You're right. You're right. You're right. Absolutely.
They simply
There's no
They are
reason
simply
for the Raëlians to
presenting
lie to
the
us,
truth
other
for
than
how
that
it
they want to have
is,
sex with us all the time, everywhere.
and you need to accept that.
Uh,
Yeah, I keep forgetting they're Nazis. Listen, yeah, fuck the Raelians.
For the Nazis who live in the center of the earth.
they're Nazis, but they are part of the Free the Nipple
Exactly.
campaign, like the topless rights for
Ah.
women. So they might be Nazis, but they like titties. So I'm kind of conflicted here.
I mean, who doesn't?
Ha!
They're
That's
definitely not.
yeah, that's the
seeing
exact
those
opposite of what
titties.
they want,
Okay,
right?
that
That
joke
joke
did not go
doesn't
over
work.
well.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know it doesn't work. It doesn't
So
work. I'm
the
sorry.
third stage,
I said it before I thought it through.
transfer of memory and personality, from the original person to the now mature clone. How this works, I don't know. Do they just swap the brain over to the new body? Doesn't say. For the process to maintain one branch for personality and memory as opposed to two, a recording of the individual's mind would be required before the time of death and would be transferred to an adult clone body after the original has died. That's just a copy paste in my notes here.
See, but
So,
like, what happens after that?
Interesting.
Like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
So again, yeah.
like if I get
it's
put
one of
into
those,
a
like,
clone
they like
that is
won't tell you
already
how it works. They just
developed
tell you that it
to
works.
age quicker, do I now just have this problem of me
No.
growing quick? And then as you have to keep cloning yourself, you just grow quicker and quicker.
No, they grow the human clone until it's a
Until you
full,
eventually
like,
just
just
die.
an adult. And then it's, I assume they slow the aging back down because
Uh-huh.
they just remove the nanotech.
Of course. Of course, they simply unplug
Yeah,
you.
Yeah, they just
that would
unplug
make
you.
sense to me. It's
It's
more
good
about
to go.
getting it to adulthood fast and then letting it age naturally.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Just
We
like
are
they
just a
unplugged the
bathtub.
plug in the earth to drain the water.
The Mariana Trench? That's where it's at. Because that's the deepest known location. That's
Giant
where they dug the
bathtub.
hole. Of fucking course you have, Ryan.
It is.
You've
You
been
lived
everywhere.
quite the life.
I've swam in the waters off the Marianas Trench.
There's
Like
one
I said,
more stage
my life
of
is a movie.
development.
I've done some
We're
cool
at an
shit.
hour. I'll leave it
I'm
off with, huh?
I'm totally fine with us going longer. Personally, I don't know if you guys have things you need or want to do. I'm
I've got
just
food waiting
saying
on me, so
that
I'm gonna
is
finish
facts.
up my Raëlians here. We'll have a couple final thoughts, words, and then I'll dip out, go eat din-dins with the fam, and we'll be good to go. So the final stages of uh, the whole cloning thing, we
Sounds like a
don't
plan.
know at all how they plan on doing this. But this is essentially just some fucking Assassin's Creed shit because they claim that they can take uh, undamaged DNA from the dead that contains memories and personality, and they'll be able to create a clone from that. How exactly that'll work, I don't know, because that doesn't fucking make any dollars. Because they just said that you can make a clone, but it won't have a personality because it's
Oh.
just genes. And then they're like, oh, but we can use DNA to give our clone personality when we're making clones from DNA to begin with that don't have personality. So, just a
Well,
bit of a.
because the original one you're gonna be putting your brain in it anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess. But that still doesn't make sense because they say that it doesn't have any memories or personality because it's just genes and it's not alive until you fucking unplug it. So just a little bit of a fucking contradiction here. Just saying.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
weird.
doesn't
I don't
make
know
any
why I
fucking
keep
sense.
listen. I don't know why I keep trying to defend them. I get it. They're Nazis, but if they fuck with aliens, I can't help but support them because
Yeah, they're
uh,
Nazis.
listen. All jokes aside, there's something out there. There's some shit
I
going
agree.
down.
I agree.
Listen,
It's
listen.
stupid to assume
The
aliens don't
the
exist.
House Intelligence Committee had a
That is true.
classified briefing with the FBI,
The heck?
and they said, they said some stuff. I think they're starting to pose it as a national security threat, which I do disagree with, but I'm glad that it is getting the attention that it needs to be having. And that's where I'm going to leave
Fair.
it.
All right. Uh, one little note
That would
uh,
be good.
that I just found funny when I was doing my research on their cloning. The Vatican, the Catholics, said this experimentation is fucky wucky.
They said that
That's
verbatim.
that's
Fucky
that's not
wucky.
a quote. It's not a quote. That's just
What do
what
you
I
have
wrote
to
in my
say
notes.
about this, Mr. Pope?
Is that their exact terms?
It's quite fucky wucky.
It was Pope
Do-
Jean Paul II.
I do not support the
That
Raëlians.
would
They are
be
fucky wucky.
amazing.
So, the guy before Francis,
Okay.
the guy before Francis was like,
Thou must not
human
support
cloning
the
is rather
Raëlians.
fucky wucky, my guy. And then he fucking died in 2005. So,
Yeah. It's like,
yeah,
damn, it'd be nice to have a clone right now.
And then he was
he
probably
could have
like, I
been
wish I had my
Pope
brain in a
forever
cloned body.
if he just cloned himself.
It's
But
like the Jehovah's Witnesses not accepting blood transfusions.
the funny part
Yeah, I think he fucked
that,
up.
aside from Pope John Paul II, according to my notes, just going, wow, this cloning thing is fucky wucky. Rael, Claude Valheim, said he dismisses the Pope's ethical concerns, calling them an accumulation of religious prejudices. He deadass said, that's just God clouding your brain, bro.
Huh. It said,
Which,
I
Yeah, that's crazy.
disregard your truth and
substitute
my
my own. Yeah. So that's really all I have. Actually,
Yeah,
I have one
substitute
more
my
thing.
own. That's exactly what he did to him.
According to the Raëlians, they have 100,000 members.
Well, it's
But
not.
that's
It's 99,999 now.
oh, is that what it says on the website now?
All right.
Huh? It's because I'm leaving.
Oh,
Right. One less.
Huh?
Because he's like, no, I'm not.
but
going
that's
with the
from them.
Nazis. You will not see me later.
A company that actually, does this shit, not just taking their word on it, estimates them to have closer to a tenth of that at 10,000 followers worldwide. So
That's still like a small army.
that's still a lot
Okay.
of people who think
That's
aliens
still a
drilled a
pretty fair
hole in the
amount.
earth
Yeah.
to But that's it, man.
Yeah, I'm just
That
pulled
was
the
really
plug.
interesting.
It all started
Cool.
with some fucking
Well, that was an
journalist
adventure.
finding a UFO in a volcano in France.
Hey,
you
listen,
know?
he's seen more
Hey,
UFOs than
you know
I
what?
have.
More power to you.
You know what?
That sounds like a journalist
You're
who's
right.
putting in the work.
He hasn't seen more than me though. So
I have no reason to think he's
Yeah,
lying.
me too.
you're not defending the kill all stupids.
Listen, anybody that knows me will attest that I do not like having to deal with people that just refuse to think about anything rationally. And I'll leave it at that.
Alright?
I mean, I'm not saying they need to be castrated.
Yeah, but you don't have to be.
I didn't
to have
say
common
anything
sense
about
I'm just
and think
saying-
things rationally. You don't
I'm
have
just
to be
saying I don't
smart.
like, people that don't think. Half being smart is thinking.
You know what?
Yeah, I'm with
I
you.
can't argue with that. That makes up. Anyway,
Or at least try.
I guess
Yeah, at
I
least
guess
put
we'll
in
end
the
it there,
effort.
boys.
Yeah.
I've told you everything I have about the Elohim because little green dudes with walnut eyes or almond eyes, whatever the fuck. They have nut eyes. Talked to some French dude. French dude said, "I bet," and then they decided that idiots should not be allowed to live. That's what it all boils down to.
I mean, he would know more than I would.
I would. Oh, you're saying he would know better?
Yeah, I mean, he met him, not me.
You know what? Yeah, I can't even argue with that.
But yeah,
According to him, he met the aliens. According to me, that's it. We're done. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go hang out with the family after this. Thank you everybody for listening to episode 3 of the Unredactable Podcast, where I had a nice little segue from Roswell into Raëlians, alien connected. I had a semi-blast learning and researching about this because it was a wild fucking story, but some of their takes are kind of not cool. I'm Dakota. My other man's Dakota and Ryan. You can find us on Twitter at RockVic 2.0 for me, at I'm Cosmic, or is it I'm just Cosmic?
Man, I don't even know myself. It's all in the description.
It'll all be in the description at RDDJ623 on Twitter. That's it. I love you guys.
That's me.
They're in the center
yeah.
here?
And next,
Oh,
we'll find
anyway,
out about the mole people in the center
Point
of the
is,
earth.
I love you guys. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful night. Don't forget to wipe your ass.